There's really three type of men that people never really talk about. Today we're gonna talk about that. I'm a person who believes in certain traits in men. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't even care that people dislike me for it, right? Certain traits in men that I feel like that are going to protect their families, are going to do things certain ways. There are different type of men. One of the type of men, let's get right into it. We'll call him the lost boy. Still chasing clout that he had in high school, right? One of them dudes that was football star or basketball star or, ladies man. And, he thought he was the shit until he hit reality. And reality was the real world. Needing validation, that type of guy. The validation part, man, I think so many men search for that. I think that's one of the biggest downfall of men right now is searching for validation. If you're a guy who seeks validation, I'm telling you right now, you're about to have a lot of pain in your life. A lot, a whole lot of pain in your life. You got no real plan. You know what I mean? Swear you're a real one. Like all these things that you hear these lost boys say, man, they just let women lead them. Oh, this is the way to go. This is, you got to make her happy. You got to pander. You got to do all those things because you thought you was a guy in high school by having all these women. But what you didn't know is that you had no game. You never understood what women are really looking for. You never understood what manhood was. You never understood none of these things. And the problem that I always have with these men, these type of men, is that those type of men are never accountable. They're never accountable to none of these things, man. These men can't take rejection, too emotional, sensitive. You know what I mean? They wear tons of fucking jewelry. I done seen so many men wearing all this fucking jewelry. You know what I mean? They're ridiculous. They're stuck in the past, meaning they're still looking for that high school experience in the real world when they were the guy. You know what I mean? This is the lost boy, scared of responsibility. Scared of responsibility. That is the truth. So scared of responsibility, so scared of the growth. And then they hate when men like me hold them accountable. That is the truth. Then what we have is what we call the pretender. What we call the pretender. This is the guy that I think that's probably one of the worst, because this is someone who's not authentically being themselves. They're not authentically being themselves. They are someone pretending to be something that they're not. And what I will tell you, men, is that most of the time that this happens, this is something that I hate. And the reason why I hate it is because nobody wants to be somebody else, but they choose to be somebody else. This is a choice from them. They look like they got it, all for show. You know what I mean? They look put together. They look like they have everything in their life square, but inside they're dying. They're dying. This is something that I think should be talked about on a high scale, on a very high scale. But the reason why we don't talk about it is because we're caring about people's feelings. None of their friends call them out. Nobody. These are the same people be posting everything online, acting like everything is copacetic, acting like everything is good, but in the inside, they're dying. Talk heavy about respect, but disrespect themselves daily by allowing disrespect to happen from so many people and so many things. They're lying and dying inside. You know what I mean? They are people that, use women to feel powerful, But then they just super insecure, just like P. Diddy. Just like P. Diddy, man. You know, they buy all this expensive stuff. They try to be flashy with the Louis and all of that, but inside they're dying. They have what we call surface level confidence. They have surface level confidence. These are individuals that I believe totally, and I'm telling y'all, man, I believe this I believe this with everything inside of me, man. I think that men, if you could just find a place that you can be solid, if you could just find a place that you could be solid, man, I'm telling you, man, your life will be a whole lot better, right? These men are the same men avoiding accountability, smiling in your face, but will still try to compete against you behind your back. They just do things that you just think, man, that dude is slimy. Why is he acting like that? You know, surrounds himself with people that agree with everything with him. He don't want no pushback at all. We're going to call him the pretender. He's probably the worst one. Then what we got is something that they call the silverback. This is something that so many men should be. Let's keep it real, man. This is what we call the solid guy. This is the guy who's going to be solid every day, every night, because he is the guy. He is the guy. This is the guy that most of the time he moves loudly, but most of the time he moves in silence. You know what I mean? He's a guy you can trust behind your back. He's the guy who never, ever, ever will avoid accountability. You know, he's built in and out, meaning he's built to overcome obstacles, earn everything he has. You know what I mean? Leads with purpose. You know what I mean? Leads purposely. I'll be saying words crazy, but leads purposely, right? Put it in the comments of what that word is, man. I always have trouble saying that word, man. You know, also, man, he's a great leader. He's a leader of men. You know, he protects and provides those type of things, man. You know what I mean? He keeps it real. Even when it's an uncomfortable situation, he's going to keep it real with you. You know what I mean? He don't chase women. Chasing women. He's not chasing women. We're not doing anything like that. All of that, we're not doing any of that. You know, he listens, he learns, he embraces things. He's, you know what I mean? He doesn't need to flex because he's the flex. He doesn't need to flex because he is the flex. You know what I mean? He has vision. He has the structure of his life. He has passion. He leads by example. He's the fucking guy. He's the guy with the energy every morning. He's the guy that gets up, wakes up early, does his thing like today. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I woke up, I said, fuck it, man. I'm tired as fuck, but you know what? I'm gonna hit these push-ups before I record this message. I'm trying. Told myself meat. I'm gonna eat a lot of lean meat and vegetables for the next 6 months and see what it looks like when I work out. I'm dedicated to me. I'm dedicated to improving myself. I'm dedicated to being the best man I can possibly be. And you need to too. Never be a problem, be the problem solver. Remember these 3 types of men, you live amongst them all the time. You live amongst them all of the time. The lost boy, the pretender, and then the silverback. And I'll keep telling y'all, men, there are things in our lives that we need to face every day. And if you're afraid to face them, you're not a man. Stand up, be the strongest man you can be the best man you can be by being the best man God sent you to be. Don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid of people's validation. Don't be afraid of people looking at you and feeling a type of way. Don't be afraid of an invisible woman that you don't even know, and you're afraid to talk to her because, oh, she may hurt my feelings. Don't be afraid of that. Be the best man you can be. Why do I say these messages? You know what, 50? What makes you a silverback? I just named a lot of it, but one of the biggest things is I'm not afraid of change. I will change and pivot my entire life to suit me. The world is invisible to me. Y'all live in my world. I don't live in yours. That may have went over your head. I'm gonna say it again. Y'all live in my world. I don't live in y'all's. And that is exactly how you should think. That's exactly how you should move. And take that and use it every day. Every day you take that. Understand, God put you as an individual. You came in this world by yourself. We didn't come with nobody else. Well, some of y'all did. But you still was alone. And I'm going to tell you right now, man. I'm going to tell you right now. Life is good. Life is good because I make life good. God has given me the energy, and all I do is run with that energy He gives me. And what I try to do is change the life of you men on a regular basis. I'm telling you, man, I love humans. I love women. I love men. And I love the growth of men. I love the growth of women. I love to see women happy, man. I love to see women happy. And you know what makes women happy? A strong leader and a man. I'm telling y'all, man, we must do better. Look in the mirror, change. If you want to live the life that you want to live it. Don't complain about the results of failing. Failing is temporary. Legacy is forever. Man, I'm telling you, man. I'm changing all this up, man, on my channel, man. All nothing but straight game on this thing. I say, you know what? I'm gonna give the people what they want. For a long time, you know, I have such a broad mind that I sometimes I look at, and I want to speak on a lot of things because there's so much game in this world. But what I want to do is I want to work on your manhood. So my channel is dedicated to you men out there trying to get better, and you women that want to come on this channel, see how men are developing, so you can teach your sons. There's no man in this life I want you to teach him this game. Bring him over to 50 so I can show him. Bring him over. I thank my Father on a daily basis. I thank God. Thank you, Lord, for blessing me with the strength every day. All praise to Him. All praise to God. He spared my life in so many ways. Man, he gives me the energy every day to do this, and I'm only appreciative of what He's done for me. You men, you take care of yourself. Please leave a comment on how this video had you thinking. What should you change? Put that in the comments. And if you don't have nothing to change, motivate somebody else in the comments to do so. Give me a story. Tell me a story about your change. Give me a story about your journey. Talk to me about how you felt about this video. Man, I rock with every one of you. Believe it or not, I'm telling you right now. And if I don't, if you may not think I see you, I hear you and I see you. We're in this together, man. We're in this together. That's the only way we're gonna get by. It's the only way we're gonna live, is we gotta do it together. Remember, I'm in my world and you in yours. Remember that. I'm all by myself when it comes to my world. But I share it with you all on a regular basis. And just know Just because I'm not close to any of one of you, just because I haven't shook a lot of you hands, don't mean we're not in this together. This is manhood at its finest, gentlemen. Step up to the plate. I have a mentorship. It's called gatewaytogame.com. It's a community of men. We talk every Sunday. We also drop videos every week. Y'all join the membership, man. Let's get it going. Let's get it popping. Also, hitthebottom.com. Monthly, I post on there. I drop videos on there. But I want to say this to you, all you men. Live life to its fullest. Win every time you have an opportunity. And when you lose, just remember, it's only a point in time that you're losing. You'll win the remainder of your life. I'm 50 and I'm out.